What's up guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to just jump start to the video, and today we'll be talking about the sci-fi books that I love. So basically the scientific thriller books which I love, and the main focus of this section of books is the author Blake Crouch. And the books which I love from Blake Crouch are wonderful, okay? The books written by Blake Crouch, especially the Pines trilogy, Dark Matter, Recaution, Upgrade, are one of the top tier sci-fi thriller books that you will ever find on the market. And today we'll be talking about some of those books which I had just mentioned, that is Dark Matter, Recursion, as well as Upgrade by Blake Crouch. Let's get on with it. So the first book in question, if you ask me, is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. So this book is one of the most engaging thrillers. It's an absolute page turner, and all the chapters kind of live in a cliffhanger, so you need to read about the chapters one by one, and the book doesn't leave you that easily off the hook. You need to read this book, okay? It's one of the best books. So let me just actually give you the gist of what Dark Matter basically is. So I'm not going to give you the character's name, so all you got to do is just read the book, get to know the characters all by yourself. So I'm going to just give you the main theme as to what this book is about. So the main theme of Dark Matter is nothing but quantum physics. So the main concept that is pretty much being discussed by this book is how in each and every second of our lives, right? 60 seconds make up a minute, 60 minutes make up an hour, and so on, right? So for each second that I live in, there's infinite dimensions of that very same second. Does that make sense? It's kind of highbrow, not gonna lie, but so basically what it means is, like, in each and every second that I live in, there's an infinite dimension. Basically, there's infinite dimensions. For the very same seconds, I might be doing something else. So for example, in this second, I'm making a video in front of a camera. The same second, in another dimension, I might be just pooping out the washroom. Or in the same second, in another dimension, I might be just doing skydiving or jumping off a roof. Who knows? Let's who knows? So very much. So it's the same concept has been discussed here. For every second you go about in your life, the same seconds have been relived by yourself or someone else, or by yourself in a different dimension altogether. And that's what the book is about. So basically there's a physics teacher here who has a normal job, normal life, wanted to be one of the best out there, wanted to make his own company, live a life that he loved. But instead he had suited to the commoner life where he has a family, goes to a university, teaches physics, comes back home, lives with his family, again goes back to school. It's a normal schedule, right? And what happens is he gets abducted once. That's what, and the abductor is, you're gonna get surprised with the abductor. It's gonna blow your mind anyway. So he gets kidnapped, and he's put into a chamber kind of thing. And in a chamber, once he's opened his eyes, he's in a different dimension altogether, where he's called to welcome back. And he's a world-renowned scientist, and he's an altogether, like a different lifestyle altogether. He didn't have his family, he didn't have his kid, his wife was something different, a stranger to him, completely different. So the dimension which he was in currently is completely over. Like, it was completely different than the dimension he was in. He was a famous scientist here, everyone knew him, and the chamber pretty much was him itself. So he's completely different, and what goes about is he runs into different dimensions to go back to his original life and to come back to the life he was living. And he goes to various dimensions he goes about, whereas the people don't allow him to go back because he's integral for the science invention to go out there and make like progress humankind of some sort. But no, he doesn't want that. He wants to come back to his original life, and he goes to lots of dimensions, an adventure of dimensions you go about, and how he escapes out and comes back to his original life, living his life. All that adventure is in this book, and it's an absolute page turner, quite a thriller, and it's gonna keep you literally on edge. It's gonna keep you on edge. This book is gonna blow your mind. And currently, as we speak, an actual series or a movie is gonna be done, and he's actually writing a screenplay, Blake Crouch, for Dark Matter, and it's gonna be one of the best series. And I'm rooting for it, and you should be rooting for it. If you've read the book, you understand why. So yeah, you could definitely go ahead and read the book Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. You can get it on all the websites. could ask for Amazon, Kindle, wherever you like. The bookstores definitely will have it because it's one of the best sellers you could ever ask for. Alright, the next book that we would love to talk about is Upgrade by Blake Crouch. Now, Upgrade by Blake Crouch is a very recent book. I believe it was released at end of 2022. I was rooting for the book because I had already read David Dark Matter or Recursion by Blake Crouch. So I had come across Upgrade by Blake Crouch. So let me just show you. I have the book right here. Upgrade by Blake Crouch. One of the best books again. So again, let me discuss the main concept, what the book is about. So again, the book is again the sci-fi. Definitely I'm putting in a video, that's why. And it involves genetic manipulation. Basically, you know, the unit of life which we have are all run by genes. The DNA make up genes, and the genes make up everything of the sorts you have, right? So the genetic gene is a unit of life, pretty much. Your DNA has genes and everything of that sort, and in each gene has different segments to it, and each segment helps to encode a protein, and the protein are the building blocks of your life. So basic how the central dogma of life works is you have the DNA, you have the RNA, and the proteins get encoded, and all you got is the proteins fighting or proteins helping up for the life functions of your body. They are making the life functions of your body, from taking out waste, for digesting materials, for your immunity. Everything of these genes play an important role. Not only these, but the overall functioning of your body, even your brain, your neural activity, everything of that sort. Gene is what we are looking after, or gene is something that's responsible for every function you could ask for. So not only humans have genes, right? Because all living things have genes, and it's a basic unit of life. So life is not only for humans, right? It's for all the living beings out there. So gene is the basic unit of life. Now the concept complex is when you could bring a DNA or a gene from a different organism and take up the DNA or gene from our organism or from the humans, and that's when you integrate it and they turn out to be stable. That's a great breakthrough in science, because usually there are some sequences in genes that do not accept the sequence of the genes from the other organisms, and they tend to conflict, and that leads to sometimes the death, or let us say, yeah, pretty much the death of the organism where we are using to integrate the DNAs. So this is a gene wherein, so the gene here which you're talking about helps you enhance the functionality of human beings, from enhance the functionality of human beings to do various tasks much faster, sharpen your mind, create your IQ to levels that you never expected, like 300, 400 IQ. Imagine you have that. You just read a book once in your life, and that's it. You remember for your entire life. You don't require to go back again. All the dudes will be all the guys will be just passing through exams, closing through the syllabus and everything of that sort. So you sharpen your minds. It enhances the physical activity, like literally jumping down like 15 to 20 meters, more than that, and then running at a huge amount of speed, like 50 kilometers per hour, 40 kilometers per hour. That's mad, right? So yeah, it's something of that sort. So these genes which are introduced in this book or talked about in this book enhances the human capabilities of doing certain tasks, which is way beyond comprehension. And that's where the main character comes out, where then in this world, or in this life, or in this world created by Blake Crouch and Upgrade, is the gene manipulation is completely forbidden. It is against the law because of an atrocity that was committed due to another scientist that led to a big famine and led to world starvation or world hunger. However, what happens here is the main character's genes get manipulated, and as you know, gene genetic manipulation is forbidden. He's kind of on a run. All the SWAT, all the agencies are going after him or chasing after him because of the gene manipulation that has been done to his body, and his family is and he has a sister who is an assassin also going for the same gene manipulation. So what the main character goes about doing is to find a source of it, to remove the gene manipulation, and to make the agencies go get out of his ass. And it is a big adventure. It's a big thriller book which we both asked for, where it involves genetic manipulation, chasing from the agencies, finding out about your family's dark past, and everything of that sort, and also you constantly already like chasing after your life as well, and also you have your genes getting manipulated. That's one more. So all in all, it's quite a bad luck around the character, but how he goes about removing those, crossing all the hurdles, how he goes about doing all of these, running out of the agencies, getting the gene manipulated, how he's coping up with gene manipulation, how it was done, how his sisters got assassinated, how his sisters assassinating him, once more, sisters assassinating him. All of this is encompassed into one book, and you can go for an absolute thriller that is Upgrade by Blake Crouch. Next book which we were talking about will be Recaution. So the next book is Recaution by Blake Crouch. It's one of the best books you could ask for. And you might be thinking, all the books are like one of the best, then what is bad in it? I understand that a lot of you people have been asking, what is it bad? So the bad is, it's complex, it's hard to understand, it's highbrow. And if you have seen Inception by none other than Christopher Nolan, and if you think that you don't understand Inception, or which the memes say, or the memes is about, Recursion is going to flatter your mind. It is going to be way beyond Inception, 20 times or 100 times more complex in Inception, and you need to scratch your head as to what's happening in the book. That's not a major, but kind of depressing or a bad part of the book, because it's not suitable for all readers. That is all. So yeah, that's the major negative part of the Blake Crouch books. But other than that, if you understand the concepts, if you can easily grasp the concepts, these books are definitely for you. And if you love thriller, definitely go for the books. So yeah, let's go ahead to Recaution. Now, Recaution is where one of the characters, or the main characters in the book, so there's two main characters in the book, and one of the main characters of the book is a scientist, and she has come about leading to curing Alzheimer's, because her or his mother has Alzheimer's and wanted to create a medicine or augment some of the genes, or come up with an altercation wherein people could have those memories, like the most important memories, forever with themselves. For example, in Alzheimer's patients, some patients or the people tend to even forget their own family members, right? And they tend to forget the wonderful memories or the important memories they have in their lifetime, and all goes in a split if you have an Alzheimer. And if you have Alzheimer's, you'll be related to it, like your family members, so you can easily relate it to the book. So yeah, so hence this author, the character in the book tends to go about trying to cure Alzheimer's, not fully but half, wherein they could, the patients could easily store the important memories in their mind forever, whatever happens. So what happens is the scientists go about doing that. However, again, something goes wrong, something you need to read, something goes wrong, and it is kind of spread to the entire world. And here what happens is the gene or the treatment led to such effects wherein the reality changes due to your memories. Your memories change your reality. So what happens here is, imagine I have a memory of me going to school, let us say in a normal bus normally, and I suddenly get a memory where I'm in Burj Khalifa jumping. So what happens is, instead of a bus, the bus is going to collapse in front of me, and Burj Khalifa comes up, and I just start climbing up. And basically you're altercating the world with your memories. Now that's just me. What happens when there's different people altercating different memories and all have the same disease, and it becomes an epidemic, and everyone have the mentality or the mind to change reality? It is, the whole world is going to be a bloody chaos. It's going to be a definite chaos, and you need to get to read the book to understand the chaos and how it goes about, how about unwinding the chaos. Everything of these sort is gone through or written in Recaution, and you need to definitely read the book, how the chaos is about, and how they unwind different memories to come back to the reality they always loved or looked for, and they can easily skip from one memory to another memory to another memory. And when all the people does that, changing the reality all of a sudden for everyone, it's gonna be a mad view. Just imagine you have a memory of let us say and Statue of Liberty. You have a memory of Burj Khalifa, and you're just in the same place. What happens? those two monuments are going to be in the same place. That's just two of us. Imagine like 100 million people just in the same place. What's going to happen? Or 100 or 1,000 people in the same place. What's going to happen? It's going to be an utter chaos. So yeah, basically, my memories make reality, and then how the scientist goes about helping out. And there's another character called Barry, who is also investigating these phenomenons as slowly the epidemic starts with false memory syndrome or something of that sort, and how he goes about investigating it, finding the root cause, and the scientist and the agent together work about diffusing the chaos in the entire world, unwinding the memories, coming back to reality they wanted for and hoped for. All this chaos, the thriller, the adventure of just solving world problem is learned through Recaution, or read in, or seen in Recaution. So this is one of the best books that you would go for. So yeah, these are 3 books that I would definitely recommend for the sci-fi enthusiast, and you could definitely go for the books. So yeah, until then, see you next time and have a great day. Bye bye.